الأحياء منهم والأموات فإنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات وصل وسلم وبارك وترحم وتحنن كذلك على أصحابه وأولاده وأهل بيته وعترته وأزواجه أجمعين وكذلك على إخوانه من الأنبياء والمرسلين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين وحسن أولئك رفيقا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وبه قال حدثنا الحميدي قال حدثنا سفيان قال حدثنا يحيى بن سعيد الأنصاري قال أخبرني محمد بن إبراهيم التيمي أنه سمع علقمة بن وقاص الليثي رحمهم الله تعالى رحمة واسعة يقول: سمعت عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله تعالى عنه على المنبر يقول: سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول: إنما الأعمال بالنيات وإنما لامرئ ما نوى فمن كانت هجرته إلى دنيا يصيبها أو إلى امرأة ينكحها فهجرته إلى ما هاجر إليه. My dear brothers and sisters, respected elders and honorable ulama, so today we are going into the core of hadith, which is the hadith of إنما الأعمال بالنيات. But in previous gathering I did mention something, a story related to Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi and his journey that he wanted to go for Hajj. Yes? So one of the brothers, he came and he asked questions that were related to Karamat of awliya. And that is something that needs to be mentioned. One thing I want to clear here, especially about the hadith of إنما الأعمال بالنيات. Four ahadith. Hadith إنما الأعمال بالنيات, there is one book written about only this hadith in 17 volumes. About this hadith. Four ahadith in the ahadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam are very important. Number one, Hadith إنما الأعمال بالنيات. This hadith is very important, and all of you need to memorize this hadith. Second, the hadith that is related to bid'ah. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam has mentioned, "Man ahdatha fi amrina haza ma laysa minhu fahuwa rad." Whoever came and invented something in this Sharia from his side, which had no clue in my days, no in the days of Sahaba, no in the days of Tabi'een, fahuwa rad. Means that is bid'ah, that is an invention in Islam, and we are rejecting it. Fahuwa raddun minni means it is rejected from my side. Am I clear? Two ahadith. Third hadith, hadith of Nu'man ibn Bashir radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Al-halal bayyinun wal-haram bayyinun wa baynahuma mushtabihat. Al-halal, whatever that is halal in this Sharia, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I have mentioned it. Wal-haram bayyinun, whatever that is forbidden and haram, I have mentioned it clearly. Al-haram bayyinun wal-halal is clear. Wa baynahuma mushtabihat. In between, there are some things that can take you to doubts whether that is halal or haram. But when there's a doubt of halal, haram, and haram, what you need to do? Just leave it, get rid of it. Don't even think about it. Don't go towards it. 3 hadith. Third hadith is the Hadith of Jibril. Hadith of Jibril. Sayyidina Jibril Amin alayhi salatu wasalam came to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Again, this hadith is the hadith of Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab radiyallahu anhu. He narrates, بينما نحن جلوسا عند النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. Whilst we were sitting, in front of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, اصطلع علينا رجل شديد بياض الثياب. A man appears, he came inside, white clothes, clean clothes, garments. شديد بياض الثياب, شديد سواد الشعر. His hair was completely black hair, as if like he's trying to say that he was young. شديد بياض الثياب, شديد سواد الشعر. لا يرى عليه أثر السفر. There was no any sign that we could say that this person is traveler. So पहले ज़माने में घोड़े पे सवारी होती थी या ऊंट पे सवारी होती थी. People used to come on camels and people used to come on horses. So basically when you come on camel or horses and there was dust everywhere, so at least you should have some dust on your face or on your clothes. There was no any sign of that. لا يرى عليه أثر السفر ولا يعرفه منا أحد. None of us, like, obviously when you live back in the days, even if you go nowadays situation is different now, but if you go approximately 50 to 55 years back, or if I'm thinking 40 years back, people used to know each other. People used, like in one locality, people used to know all local brothers. So لا يعرفه منا أحد. He was like unknown to us. So we started looking at each other. Who is this person? What is that? Who is this person? I'm saying, I don't know. That one, I don't know. We don't know him. So then, normally, new person, what he used to do, every new person that used to come to Prophet Rasulullah, he used to sit at the back. Because of the hayba, because of the ru'b of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. But this man came right in front of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. حتى جلس إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فأسند ركبتيه إلى ركبتيه ووضع كفيه على فخذيه. He sat down and he right next to Rasulullah. I said, that wasn't like us. Like, we will be like sitting a bit. There should be a big gap between us and Rasulullah because of the adab of Rasulullah. Whatever was, like the minute he came in, so he was a kind of a person that he took all our attention. We started looking at him. He came and he sat right next to the, right in front of Rasulullah. In like the way in a tahiyyat, the tulaba should sit in front of the teacher. So that's how he sat in front of Rasulullah. فأسند ركبتيه إلى ركبتيه ووضع كفيه على فخذيه. So he placed his hand either on his laps, thighs, or on the thighs of Rasulullah. Both ways we can say. Actually, he wanted Sahaba Kiram to listen each single word of Rasulullah. So then he said, "Mal iman ya Rasulullah?" فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أن تؤمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره وشره من الله تعالى والبعث بعد الموت. You have learned this iman in Nukbal and Iman Mufassal. Yes? Yes. Then he asked question and then he said, Sadaqta. Correct. فعجبنا له يسأله ويصدقه. He said, we were amazed. He's asking question as if he's a student and correcting him as if he's a teacher. So everything with this person was like unusual. Then he said, Mal Islamu ya Rasulullah. What is Islam? So Iman is related to whatever Prophet Muhammad, you have to have faith, so faith is related to heart. So everything that is related to heart, that was in the first question. Second question, Mal Islam. What is Islam all about here, Rasulullah? So Prophet Muhammad said, An tashhada an la ilaha illa. So now Iman, the faith is coming out. From here to
tongue.
here, to tongue. Iqrarun bil lisan, bil lisan. So now you need to admit it and say it. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadar. So he said, an tashhada an la ilaha illallah wa an tuqima as-salah wa tuaddi az-zakah wa tasuma Ramadan wa tahujja al-bayta in istata'ta ilayhi sabila. In istata'ta ilayhi sabila. So Prophet Muhammad mentioned 5 things. One is shahada, and then salah, zakat, hajj, and sawm. And one thing I need to mention that you don't like it, jihad. Okay? That's in one hadith. That's one thing. Yes? So again he said, Sadaqta. So he said, فَعَجِبْنَا لَهُ يَسْأَلُهُ وَيُصَدِّقُ. He's asking question as if he's a student. And he correcting Rasulullah as if he's a teacher. Then he said, مَا الْإِحْسَانُ يَا Rasulullah. What is ihsan all about? What is ihsan all about? So Prophet Muhammad said, أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه. Sorry. أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه. فإن لم تكن تراه فإنه يراك. So Prophet Muhammad mentioned 2 levels of ihsan. One level of ihsan is higher, that you pray and you do any act of ibadah, while doing it you are thinking, I am in front of Allah. So in this hadith, Prophet Muhammad left it for any action. But there's another hadith. Prophet Muhammad has mentioned, Salli salata muwadda'in. Pray salah as if you are leaving this world. وَصَلِّ كَأَنَّكَ تَرَاهُ. And pray as if you are looking at Allah Azza wa Jalla, like He's in front of you. فَإِن لَمْ تَكُنْ تَرَاهُ فَإِنَّهُ يَرَاكَ. If you cannot reach to that level, so you will have to have belief anyway, because He can see you, He can watch you anyway. He's watching you. So He's mentioned two levels of ihsan. Okay. Again He said, Sadaqta. فَعَجِبْنَا لَهُ يَسْأَلُهُ وَيُصَدِّقُ. 4th time he said, مَتَى السَّاعَةُ يَا رَسُولُ اللَّهِ. When is the day of resurrection? So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, مَا الْمَسْئُولُ عَنْهَا بِأَعْلَمَ مِنَ السَّائِلِ. In this question, my knowledge and your knowledge is the same. Means you don't know the exact date. I don't know the exact date. I don't know the
exact date.
Here some people, they may have some, maras, some bimari here. That Prophet Muhammad knowledge is compared to the knowledge of Jibril. No way. No way. Prophet Muhammad has mentioned it. That will be Jum'ah. And that will be Muharram. So Prophet Muhammad has mentioned it. Okay? At that time, Prophet Muhammad never lived. So مَا الْمَسْئُولُ عَنْهَا بِأَعْلَمَ مِنَ السَّائِلِ. I don't know. So he said, هَلْ لَهَا أَشْرَاتٌ وَأَمَارَاتٌ وَعَلَامَاتٌ. Are there any signs, any, alamat or isharat? Any indications? So Prophet Muhammad said, yes, signs are there. أن تلد الأمة ربتها وأن ترى الحفاة العراة العرضة رعاء الشاة يتطاولون في البنيان. That's a long hadith. These are the 4 ahadith. If someone teaches you this hadith and he mentioned it and he mentioned this hadith in front of you, any teacher, and he finishes it in one day, I will be amazed. So I've mentioned something because of our beloved brother. Yes? So these are very important. These 4 ahadiths are Madarul Islam. Islam is all based upon these 4 ahadiths. If you ask me what is the tashri' of Quran, the whole tafsir of Quran is in these 4 ahadiths. That's why Hadith إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ is very, very important. That's one thing. Second thing, I wanted to mention something about Abdullah ibn Mubarak, and I did mention something that was his Karamat. So this brother came and he said, you mentioned the Karamat of Awliya, so I want to clear this right now for once and for the last time. There is one thing we call it Karamat. Second thing we call it Mu'jizah. They both are miracles, but there is difference between the miracle of a wali and between the miracle of a Nabi. Miracle of a wali it is not proof of Sharia at all. It has nothing to do with Sharia at all. Why? Because miracle that happen because of the piety of a person, there can be more than 300-400 reasons because of which Allah Azza wa Jal made it happen. I can mention so many reasons. For example, there's a person who is bid'ati. He acts upon bid'ah, so many bid'ah he is acting upon. And he came to one Pir Sahib. And Pir Sahib, Sufi Sahib, he is such a nice person. He acted upon Sharia. He always acts upon Sharia. He is a great spiritual leader of Islam and everything is fine. And now this person is waiting for something to see kind of miracles. And that happened to us, to Asla. Junaid Baghdadi rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh, one person came to him and he wanted to become his murid. He stayed with him. After 1 month, he said, Salaam alaikum ji, I want to go back. He said, why? He said, because I never seen anything. I never saw you flying. Yes? I never saw you saying to do Pir Sabri Masjid, Madina Sharif Namaz Padhne. You know? I never saw you saying that I'm praying in Madina, you guys pray here. So I never saw you saying this as well. So you are not praying in Medina, you are not praying in Makkah. You are the same right, because there is no difference, so I need to go. So Shaykh said to him that هل رأيت شيئا خلاف سنة رسول الله? Have you seen anything against the sunnah of Rasulullah? He said, according to my knowledge, I never seen anything that was against the sunnah. So he said, this is what you call it, istiqamah. وَالْإِسْتِقَامَةُ فَوْقَ أَلْفَ كَرَامَةٍ. وَالْإِسْتِقَامَةُ فَوْقَ أَلْفَ. This is istiqamah, when you stay firm on deen, and that is 1,000 times better than any miracles. So that happened to us. So if that kind of person comes, what happens? Hikmah of Allah, the wisdom of Allah, makes decision at that time. Okay, I'll give him a little miracle. That miracle will happen. That will take place. What does that mean? Miracle to bring here, to make it happen, it is not in the hand of It is not in the hand of wali. I'm talking about Karamat at the moment. It is not in the hand of wali. Yes. Number 2, it is not proof of Sharia. Number 3, it is not proof of his piety as well. It is not proof of his piety. Allah Azza wa Jalla has given miracles to non-Muslims as well, to disbelievers as well. So that is to make a karamat happen or to make a miracle happen, something, it is not proof of what? Piety. Of piety of the person. But on the other side, come to what? Mu'jiza. Mu'jiza is different. 4th thing left, sorry. You don't have to have belief on the karamat of wali, but an opposite, you are not allowed to have belief on the karamat of wali. Now come to the other side. Mu'jiza. Mu'jiza, the way, there's one thing similar with the mu'jiza and karamat. The way karamat is not in the hand of wali, similarly, mu'jiza is not in the hand of Nabi. Mu'jiza is not in the hand of Nabi. Musa alayhi salatu salam, something happened to him. And he said, Ya Allah, I'm ill. Allah said to him, okay, go and have the herbal medicine. Go take it from there. So he took it. So in a way, Allah Azza wa Jal accepted his supplication straight away. So that is kind of mu'jiza as well. So next time somebody else became ill, same illness. So Musa alayhi salatu salam went and he
took that medication.
It never worked. It never worked. So Musa alayhi salam said, Ya Allah, what's happening? Last time you said to me, I went there. And this time I went directly. He said, that's the difference. Last time you came to me and you asked me, so through me you went there. And now this time you went
direct.
So that means mu'jiza is not in the hand of Nabi. That's one thing. Second thing, mu'jiza is proof of Sharia. So Nabi will be asked to show us miracle. That is one of the questions. One lady wrote a letter. There was a person in Punjab, these brothers they don't know about Hindustan and Pakistan and India. In Punjab there is a very poor place called Qadian.
Yes.
So there was a person, his name was Mirza Ghulam Ahmad. We normally call him Mirza Ghulam Qadian. So we don't mention the name Ahmad as well. Mirza Ghulam Qadian. Because he claimed to be a prophet. So this lady said, and every prophet has to have miracle. What are your miracles? Because we've heard about our Rasulullah Sallam had more than according to one narration, 530 miracles. 480, 530, whatever. Write it down. So that's the miracles of Rasulullah Sallam. So can you please tell us? He said, I have 2 miracles. He mentioned approximately 30, and all of them are wrong. I'm going to mention only 2 of them. Actually, these type of people, they are kaki-dar people. You understand what I'm trying to say? So he found a lady, he found a girl. I'm sorry to say. He liked that girl. And he knew because he was a rich person. He used to sell books. And he was the owner of newspaper as well. He's the chief editor of the newspaper, the owner of the newspaper. So he used to sell them newspapers. And remember, you need to remember that back in the days, he was doing everything for the sake of Allah, and he was doing everything in the favor of Islam. He used to have big debates with disbelievers, with atheists, with Christians, with Jews, and he was very famous. He became famous because of this. Yes. So he made a lot of money. And he knew that lady is related to very poor family. And if I say to them that give me your daughter will be in all maze and everything, she will come to my house, and my house is like mansion. So they will never say no to me anyway. So he said, one of the signs of my truthfulness is that I'm a true prophet, that Muhammadi Begum will be my wife. Muhammadi Begum, she was very close to Allah. Ab dushmani yahan se shuru ho gayi. She was very close to Allah, and she was very close to Rasulullah Sallam as well. She used to send salutations upon Rasulullah Sallam, and her father was very close to Allah Azza wa Jalla as well. And luckily they found another person for her, and he was very close to Allah Azza wa Jalla as well. They were about to get married. At the end they got married to each other. People came that this lady wrote a letter again. To see the Hamir by Mindan Shadi was Shadi You said that she will get married to me. That's your sign of miracle. That was your miracle. You were saying that my sign of truth, that I'm a true prophet. One of the main signs is that this girl gonna get married to me. She got married to someone else. He said, no. I never said that she's gonna get married to me in the first place. She can be a wife of someone else. That person will die. She will come back to me. That person never died, and she never came back. He passed away, and they passed away after him like 7 or 8 years after. Because he never realized the philosophy of mu'jiza. Mu'jiza is not in the hand of Nabi. Sana'ullah Amratsari, he was a great alim. He was a hadith alim, he was a great alim. He used to be against him, he used to deliver Jummahs against him all the time. So one day he said to him that, one of the sign of my truthfulness, I'm a true prophet, is you gonna die before me. So the next Jummah, my brothers, nobody knows when he's gonna die, but I do know about myself. I'm not gonna die before him. He's going to die before me, because he said, and Allah will make it happen that Allah will never make it happen. He said that you will die before me. I'm not going to.
The opposite.
You understand what I'm trying to say? So you need to understand the mu'jiza is in the hand of Allah, not in the hand of Nabi. But mu'jiza is a proof of Sharia, and you will have to have belief in it. You will have to have
believe in it.
Okay, there's a question for all of you. Do we have to have belief in all the mu'jizat of Rasulullah Sallam? No. Because most of the mu'jizat of Rasulullah Sallam are khabar wahid. know something mutawatir that you will have to have believe it. When you talk about believe is a high word. As a believer of Rasulullah, I have faith in Rasulullah. I will mention all the miracles of Rasulullah. And I will believe in it blindly. That is something else. But Islamically, do I have to have believe in it as a rule and regulation? No. You know why? Because that's khabar wahid. But there is one thing, if you put together all these 480 hadiths or 530 hadiths, there's one natija, one result that will come out, that Prophet Muhammad had miracles. If you don't believe in them, 17 of them are mutawatir anyway. How many?
17.
17. Do you know any of them?
I know one of them. Water coming from
splitting of the moon. اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر. As is mentioned in the. And second thing is right in front of you, Quran. Quran is the miracle, living miracle of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay. So Karamat, I did mention about the Karamat and rules and regulation. I mentioned it in front of you all. So I'm not gonna mention this again, inshallah. Is that clear about Mu'jiza and Karamat? We do believe in Karamatul Awliya. If someone has issue with it, that's his problem, not our problem. Usayd ibn Hudayr radiyallahu ta'ala, Hadith of Bukhari Sharif, Hadith of Muslim Sharif, Hadith of Musnad Ahmad, Hadith of Mustadrak Hakim, more than 85 books of Hadith, Hadith of Usayd ibn Hudayr. He said, I was sitting with Rasulullah after Isha Salah, me and another Sahabi, with the Isha Salah, till late we were sitting talking about deen, and at the end, Prophet Muhammad said, let's go. We came out, Prophet Muhammad came out, and so we said salam, by his door we said salam to Rasulullah. Prophet Muhammad went to his side, and we moved toward going, وَكَانَتِ اللَّيْلُ مُظْلِمًا. وَكَانَتِ اللَّيْلُ. It was dark in the night. So suddenly I saw a light going right in front of me, walking with me. A light is walking in front of me and him. We were walking. Where time come, where he has to split on the other side, I has to go there because his street was that way and my street was that way. At that time, one light went with him and one light is going ahead of me. What is this? What is this? Karamat. So ऐसा क्या पेड़ में मरोड़ है भाई कि हमारे वलियों के करामत नहीं हो सकती. Let me mention my story. And whatever I'm mentioning, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah, la ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah, whatever I say, that's how it happens. Me and my students of Bukhari Sharif, we went, that's the story, is 2006. We wanted to go and meet a great spiritual leader of Islam, Khwaja Khan Muhammad Khan Sahib, in Kundi Sharif. We wanted to meet him. So maybe the story, I don't remember whether that was 2005 or 2006. I'm not sure at the moment. So maybe 2005 or 2006. So we went. When we went there, I went before as well. That was third time. I am going just to look at him. Obviously, I've learned a hadith. I've been hearing a lot about these Sufis. They are doing some bad stuff, and there's so many bid'ah going on. So I was just observing him. You can say I was a kind of be'adab, whatever you want to say. It was rude from my side, whatever you want. But I was there to just observe. I took my students. At that time, Sheikh came out, and I said to him that please, teach us the last hadith as well. He taught us the last hadith and he gave us ijaza as well. Ijaza, everything. So I said to brothers, all my students, that inshallah Aziz, for Isha Salah we are going. And they had a junction like, the train station. That's specifically for the Khanqah. It is approximately 2.5 miles away from Khanqah where Sheikh Sahib used to sit. So after Isha, they used to give food to all the murids. They all used to sit together and they used to eat. So Hakim Sahib, one of his murids, he came to me and he said, Mufti Sahib, you and your friends' food is ready as well. I said, well, I'm not going to eat it. He said, your food is ready for today and for tomorrow as well. He said, I said, we know. We actually going today. After Isha Salah, straight away we are going. He said, Mufti Sahib, your food is today and for tomorrow is ready. I never understood what he's trying to say. Anyway, we went. I said, my brother, let's go. After Salah, they're my students, they need to listen to me. We went. When we reached to station. Now this is wallahi billahi summatallah is a true story. Yes? There's a small station. In station you can see there are people, there are 3, 4, 5 people that's related to management. They're here and there and they walk around, yes? And approximately that was a very important day because the youngsters, their work was Tahriq Khatm Nabuwa. They were working at that night. There were a lot of youngsters there as well. Outside of the junction. Inside we saw approximately 30 to 40 people. But we were different because every one of us wearing turban. So, white clothes, so we are like, even, the person who was working inside, he came out and said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. He made us sit on the bench. So we were waiting approximately, they said, normally this junction we used like once in 3 hours, once in 4 hours, once in 3 or 4 hours. So we were like waiting 20-25 minutes left, waiting, talking to each other. The minute train arrives, now I am standing like this, holding my bag. Every one of us, someone is running, someone like to get ready and go inside. Train left. Train used to wait there for 15 to 20 minutes because he comes after 3-4 hours, so they have to stay there for a while. Train left. When the train left, I looked around and I smelled a ajib smell, nice fragrance. I cannot explain it. I'm looking to my friends, they are looking at me. Where's the train gone? We went running inside to the person. He said, train was waiting here for 15 minutes. Wait. I said, but we are here, so you need to tell us. He said, nobody saw you here. How come you never seen us here? We were sitting there. So I was quite angry. I'm not understanding this is something happening to us here. And we don't understand it. This is what you call a miracle. So that's the miracle of my shaykh. So what happened? I said, what we can do? They said, the next train is 4 hours. So I said to my brother, what's the point of waiting now? Let's go back. We went back. Hakim Sahib said, ji, khana rakh loon, dal loon. Khana rakh loon. Maine kaha, rakh le ji. We ate food. Early in the morning, I said to him, we are going again. Hakim Sahib came closer to me. He said, the same thing will happen to you again. I said, what do you know? I said, you know. He said, you know, and I know that as well. So let's admit it now. Stay here.
Don't bother going.
If you go, the same thing will happen to you. You won't be able to go. You understand what I'm trying to say? So, Karamat, miracles are there for awliya. And it's not just related to the days of Sahaba. It's not just related to the days of Tabi'in or Taba Tabi'in. Uske baad jaise nek log aana hi kya ho gaye? Band ho gaye. Prophet Muhammad said, one of the best thing about this nation, I don't know whether the first part of the nation is the best or the last part of the nation is the best. This is the words of Rasul. This is the word. La adri, Prophet Muhammad. I don't know about this nation whether the first part of the nation is the best and the last part. That is something I really wanted to mention about Karamat. Now come to Niyyah. First sentence is related to Akhirah. Second sentence is related to Dunya. And both has the same meaning. Innamal a'malu binniyat. What is the meaning of it? Indeed, actions are according to intentions. Wa innama limri'in ma nawa. You will get whatever you intended. Yes, this is the meaning. इसका क्या मतलब है? इसका मतलब बता के आपको रुखसत करता हूँ. आपने फरमाया था कि टाइम पर खत्म करना है. I want to mention something. This story has been mentioned by a great Islamic scholar, my teacher's teacher, Al-Muhaddis al-Shaheed Muhammad Idris al-Kandahli. He wrote in his book, he's one of the great muhaddiseen, and he wrote so many good books. I never seen this story in his book. I've seen it in the book of Maulana Munawwar Hussain Sahib. Maulana Munawwar Hussain Sahib wrote a book, a small book. So that story is in there. And then I went and then I found it in the book of my teacher's teacher, Hazrat Maulana Idris Kandahli Sahib as well. There is a nation called Qawm Tubbah. Have you heard in Quran? There is a nation in Yemen. There's a tribe in Yemen called Tubbah. There were people. There was a great nation. They used to have rulers. Yes. So when it's come to Arab ruling, history-wise, Yemen is the highest, because they approximately 4,500 years they've been ruling Yemen. Rohingya 3,500 years. So Qawm Tubbah, there was a ruler of Tubbah. He was going some way, and he went through the land of Medina. Approximately 400 to 500 years before Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When he saw the land of Medina, obviously back in the days, all these rulers, they used to be like very, very good in terms of understanding religion. So he realized that if you look at the sign, all the signs tell us like as if the last prophet will come here. He was going, wherever he used to go, he used to have 400 to 500 ulama and Islamic scholars with him. So he took these 400 scholars, they were with him. They came to a ruler that we want to stay here, you can go. He said, why do you want to stay here? We want to stay here because we think this land belongs to the last prophet. Isa alayhi salatu passed away according to some that according to our belief, Allah took him away towards heaven, and he'll come back. So we don't have prophet, and prophet will come, we definitely know, because Allah Azza wa Jalla has mentioned in Torah and Injil. If you want to see this story, you can see in the Injil of Barnabas. Bible of Barnabas. So what happened? So do you really want to stay here? They said, yes, we don't want to go back with you. We don't want to go. Said, okay, you can stay here. He gave them money as well. He made houses for them, built houses for them and everything. And he allowed them, for some ladies to get married to them as well. Mu'amla khatam karke. He realized that these ulama are saying something, and I have to believe in it. So he said, the way you believe, I believe as well. So what I'm going to do, I build for all of you separate what? Houses. I'm going to build one specific house for that prophet. You guys are living here, inshallah, as you stay here. Inshallah, when Allah wills, when He comes, inshallah, from your generation into a generation, I'm going to write a letter for you. This letter is from my side, and I'm writing this letter to you, O Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Then he came up with some poetry. Yes? Anyway. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam became prophet after 13 years. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam came to migration. There's a hadith of Bara ibn Azib radiallahu anhu in Bukhari Sharif. Hadith of Anas ibn Malik radiallahu ta'ala anhu in Bukhari Sharif, in Musnad Ahmad. Hadith of Anas ibn Malik. The whole Medina was waiting for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yes, everybody was waiting. And then they said, they were singing, طلع البدر علينا من ثنيات الوداع وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله داعي أيها المبعوث فينا. These famous poetry. They were singing little girls. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam came. Now one is saying Prophet Muhammad will go to my house, the other one is saying Prophet Muhammad Remember, approximately 80 to 85 people already became Muslim. Most of Aus and Khazraj male leaders became Muslim. They embraced Islam. So they wanted one, obviously, leader of Aus is thinking, the Prophet Muhammad is going to come to my house. Leader of Khazraj is thinking that Prophet Muhammad is going to come to my house. They are all waiting. And here, Abu Ayyub Ansari radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he is going alongside with the camel of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Prophet Muhammad says, let it go. She will stop where Allah wills, where Allah wants her to stop. So she stopped right in front of the house of Abu Ayyub Ansari radiallahu anhu. Why I mentioned this story? Look at the power of intention. I said, إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. The first sentence is related to Akhirah. Allah will give him sawab in the Akhirah of building this this house for Rasulullah. Allah will give him sawab for Akhirah as well. For 500 years, for every single night, Pancho Salvo Galtana, every single night, as if Prophet Muhammad stayed there, he will get that sawab. Prophet Muhammad wasn't there, was he? No, but he will get sawab. Tahajjud ki niyat kar lo. You do the tahajjud niyat and you say
oversleep.
You oversleep from you are busy or illness or whatever. Somehow you forgot. In any way, Allah will give you reward.
Inshallah.
Allah will give you the reward of ibadah for the whole night. Allah is giver. The second sentence is related to this dunya. وَإِنَّمَا لِكُلِّ امْرِئٍ. Indeed, every person will get what he intended in this world. So in this world, Allah Azza wa Jalla has shown the miracle of the Qawm Tubba leader. After 500 years, Prophet Muhammad is coming, and from Allah's amr, from Allah's, that's a very famous story, my brothers. With the will of Allah, with the command of Allah, she came and she sat there, and Prophet Muhammad had to stay in the house because of the intention of a person who passed away approximately 500 years back.
Subhanallah.
That's why we say, come and sit with ulama. That's why we say, some people, they while us not sitting, when we talk about something, the other day I mentioned that to you, that there will be one niyyah, and with one intention you can do so much amal. You came to masjid today, so with one intention, you prayed salah as well, you've been listening to the recitation as well, now you're listening to the hadith of Rasulullah as well. Listening to the hadith of Rasulullah is not a normal thing. This is not a normal thing. So Allah is giving you with one intention, you are doing so many things. And sometime with one action you will have a lot of
benefits.
A lot of intentions. A lot of intention for one action.
One action.
Your action is, one action for example, I want to build a madrasa. I want to build a madrasa. With this one intention, this building is that's one action, that you are building a madrasa. But in there, a lot of intention will take place. Koi alim banega, koi muhaddis banega, someone will have an intention of tahajjud, salah. Millions of people are going to come and they will have different intentions. Madrasa Nizamiya was built by Khulafa of Abbasiyin. So at the end, Khulafa of Abbasiyin, they said, what's the point of this madrasa? We are spending a lot of money on it, and just we need to get rid of this. Too much expenditure. Let me see what's happening there. He went and he's asking from one, why do you want to become an alim? He said, I want to become an alim because my father is a judge. I want to become judge. The other one said, my father is a doctor, so I want to become doctor. My father is an engineer, so I want to become engineer. So he said, they're all here for this worldly life. I'm going to close this madrasa. There's no point. There was a student who was sitting down. Purani Bori pe baitha hua ek student. Muhammad ibn Ahmad al-Ghazali. Imam al-Ghazali rahmatullah. He went to him. He said, okay, this last person, let me ask you. He said, बच्चे आप यहाँ क्या कर रहे हैं? What are you doing here? He said, جئت إلى هذه المدرسة وإلى هذه الجامعة لكي أعرف ربي. I'm here to know who is my Lord. لكي أعرف ربي. I want to know my Lord. This is it. So he said, okay. It's because of you I'm going to
Keep the madrasa open.
keep the madrasa open. So we need to understand this. God knows who started this masjid. And so many brothers are working for this masjid, these people are working. We don't know their ikhlas. We don't know their level of ikhlas. The way everybody is coming, all the masajid are the same. I'm not praising only the committee, all the masajids. If you start running the masjid, wallahi lazim, you will understand the expenditure. May Allah give us tawfiq to understand this. So what I'm trying to say, that there will be one niyyah, and behind the niyyah there will be a lot of actions. And there will be one action, and behind the niyyah, behind you there will be a lot of niyyahs. That's why in some hadith say, إِنَّمَا الْعَمَلُ بِالنِّيَّةِ. In some hadith say, إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّةِ. In some hadith say, إِنَّمَا الْعَمَلُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. So this is why you see 7 different type of hadiths. Inshallah al-Aziz, we will be going, towards Hijrah, because the next part of it is related to Hijrah. Prophet Muhammad is talking about migration, inshallah al-Aziz. Jazakumullahu khair al-jazai fi dunya wal akhirah. In the last thing that I want to mention for all of you, that is one dua.